case you want to know, I'm Joe Nasti. I ain't nobody, but I
his family loves him.
Born and raised in Chicago. Mm-hmm. I've never been in jail, thank God. But I have been in war. And that's what this is about, to let you know what I'm doing, what I've done in the past. Mm-hmm. Okay, what do you want to hear?
Well, we were talking earlier about the Cabaron Hills, but before we get in there, I thought you had said that there were a few stories that you thought of that you would like to share with us.
Okay.
Before we do that one. And you said, how did you take a shower?
Well, you know, in the jungles, it rains like Niagara Falls. And when it rains, you can't see your hand in front of you. That's how bad it is. And so we had a little tent out there and took all our clothes off and ran into the doggone shower into the rain. Got all wet, come back in, soaped up, went back out and rinsed off. And boy, that felt so good. And it was cold. That water coming down from up the stairs is cold. And
even in the jungle?
Oh yeah, even in the jungles. And well, we came out of it, dried up and everything else. That's what we did.
How did you dry your clothes? You just put them on wet, or
the clothes?
You just
well,
put
I
your
don't.
grubby clothes back on.
No, you could put them out in the rain, let the rain hit them, and you know, the sun comes out in spurts. When it comes out in spurts, it's like turning on a dang on heater. And we hung it up out there, and within 10, 15 minutes it was dry. Put it back on it, brand new clothes, already washed.
I don't know. Tell me about your socks and underwear.
Well, let me tell you about our clothes. About my socks, about my shoes. Mm-hmm. Well, you know, our boots were not waterproof. We would put daubing on it to keep them dry. I mean, you know, to keep them flexible. And well, they still come apart. So word come around that they're bringing us some new jungle type boots. It's going to be like rubber and canvas. I said, oh, great, man, we can use that because our feet were always wet. And we waited for that, and they finally got there. And I got my size, and I put them on, and it felt good. But then I was kind of wondering, I said, these damn shoes, I says, I'll bet you they ain't gonna work. It's just like the doggone government, that ain't gonna work. So all the troops got equipped with these new boots. And they were dry for a while. And then they started getting damp inside. They started getting wet. And we don't like that. And it wasn't a very good idea. And the captain, he was ticked off about it too, because he didn't like the idea either. There's troops running around with inferior shoes. So what we were doing then, we came across a Jap dang on they had storage. We broke into that. I took some boots I thought was gonna fit me. Jap boots. So here I'm walking around with Jap boots now. I threw mine away. I got them back. I put them on and everything else. And I said, "What the?" They didn't have any. What do you call?
Insoles?
Yeah, not insole, but the part right here. What do you call that?
I don't know. The side of the shoe.
Yeah, the side that it's got kind of takes up the the instep.
The instep.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I got that Jap boot, put it on. I said, well, at least they're dry. So I tied them up real nice and everything else. But then after about 2 or 3 days of boots, my legs were killing me. it just didn't have a firm grip on your foot. It started to hurt, and and it felt heavy because they had spikes on it about that long, you know,
On their soles?
on the soles.
Yikes.
And when you're walking in that daggone mud, it begins to pack between the doggone spikes. Before I know it, man, I'm slugging. I can't move my deck. We're all hollering up. All the guys bitching, crying. Hey, get some more shoes on. Get some boots. We're hollering. We couldn't get it on. It was rough. Mm-hmm. I mean, you know, you got all that stuff on you and everything else, and then you got these daggone boots that weigh a ton. And we had supper now and then. I'd take my boots off and get all that mud out between the daggone to soften it up, to lighten it up. I mean, and well.
How long did it take him to get you some new boots?
About a month.
Oh man,
that's and we suffered for a month. I mean, you know, the guys up in Washington, what the hell do they know about that? You know, you send word back there, and they probably laughing about it and drinking their beer. But no, that's what it was, and they took those new jungle boots. They did away with them. The Army did.
Probably didn't breathe. Sounded like they didn't have any.
No, I mean,
no.
They were. Well, the thing is, from here on down, they were canvas, and they were encased in rubber sides and everything else, and rubber on the bottom. But they began to falter, and the water's coming in through there, and the water eventually started coming in through the canvas. You know, and that's no good for infantry troops. So finally, we got a shipment of boots. That was good.
So what came in the mail to you?
What?
The mail.
What about the mail?
Did you get mail?
Oh yeah, we got mail. But we got mail when we had a little what do you call a little respite, you know. During the battles, you take maybe about a few days off or something like that before we start our next offensive. And when that happens, then we got Charlie, you got Schultz. He was our mailman.
Schultz?
Yeah, Schultz. And he always had that damn cigar in his mouth, and he talked to you and you can't understand him. And one guy said he looks like Glassy taking a shit. So the guys all laughed. Yeah. Oh, shut up. He kept on saying, hey, Nasti. He threw that daggone thing right to my doggone chest. He's pretty accurate. He threw another doggone envelope to another guy. He's real good. He said, Forthhofer, Christensen, Tchaikovsky. You know, man, he'd get right to you. But that was our mail. Then we got mail from my mama. She sent us a package.
Wow.
Well, she worked at the Mars Candy Company. Oh. So she's going to send us a nice big box of Mars candy. Well, we finally got it. It was flat. Just like, about that thick. It originally is about like this, but it was flat. I said, what? And the package was all busted all around. It was going on the sides, falling out, and was flat on hell. The guy said, well, maybe can you sort of get some of that stuff out of there? I said, you want it? He can have the whole damn package. Because I wasn't going to eat the damn thing, so then she sent another package. Now, they wanted that one. They wanted the sausage, they wanted the dang pepperoni, they wanted the salami.
That one you didn't share.
No, well, yeah, I cut up. We all cut up pieces. Everybody had all hang on around me, you know. You say, hey, Joe, have your mother send some more. That was good. I said, okay. And well, that was for our packages. I mean, it was for more or less for food. No socks, no nothing. The Army is supposed to give us the socks. But anyways, I had socks in my boots, but a lot of times they sort of disappeared. All I had left was the tops. I said, where the hell the rest of them go? I look inside my boot, you know. There's just a bunch of junk. So scraped it out and everything else, dried my boots out. And I had a couple of socks in my package, in my pack. I used those until I got a new shipment from the Army. But no, we did all right with that stuff. I mean, if you know you're in combat, you don't have the things that you had at home. You're in combat. You're living like an animal. You're gonna live like an animal. You're gonna eat like an animal, and you're gonna act like an animal. And that's what it is. I mean, guys lost their beings.
You know, I don't see any beards in these pictures.
Oh, we didn't care for beards.
How did you take care of your beards in combat? Did you shave every morning? What'd you do?
No, we didn't shave all the time. This picture here, if you notice, was taken in camp, in basic training.
Okay.
Now, this wasn't combat.
Oh, okay.
This was pre-combat.
I'm gonna find a combat picture with you guys in beards.
Well, there's one here somewhere. Anyways,
I'll find it later.
well, we tried to shave as often as possible because I had my stuff in my pack. And
Did it make you feel good to shave? Is that why you
yeah,
guys did
yeah,
it?
it felt good. But when you don't shave and you're out in the jungles, like that's a different story. But if you got a beard and you're living in a city, in civilization, it don't feel bad. It feels good. Ask him. He's probably got a beard.
Talk about that general that got himself in trouble.
Yeah, you mean the one that got killed? Oh well, he was up. We were in this one skirmish with this. I forget what outfit it was. We were supposed to attack this, take this position, and we were supposed to drive the Japs out. Well, the Japs didn't want to be driven out, so we had a hell of a battle there. And the general he wanted to find out what's going on. Why haven't we been moving and taking that ridge? So General Hurd the general from our outfit, he was up on the bridge behind us on the hill under trees. He thought he was safe, but some Jap didn't like him, picked him off, killed him. The general. I said, well, I feel better now. I don't have to be a general to be safe. But anyways, we got another general by the name of Musey. And if the name sounds familiar, Colonel Musey was the one that he was the general of the Green Berets, or the Rangers. That's what it was, the Rangers. He was a Ranger general. Now he was using our company, he was using our regiment like he would use the Rangers. Well, a big outfit like the Rangers, like the infantry, regiment. Now you don't move them around like you do the Rangers. That's a big outfit, man. So he tried a couple of times to get us take a piece of land that we needed, but he didn't do it right, because we went into a bunch of daggone Japs that we was outnumbered, and they were pretty strong, and he thought we can do it. Well, we were doing it little by little, but man, we took a hell of a daggone beating, and he was relieved after that. Wow. They took his command away, but he wound up taking the command to free the American prisoners at Cabanatuan. You heard of Cabanatuan, haven't you?
In Philippines?
Yeah. They had prisoners there, American prisoners, and they had men, women, and children there, Americans. And he went in there and he successfully...
Can you show us where that is?
Huh?
The Cabanatuan?
The Cabanatuan is in here somewhere, right in there. right back in here.
Okay.
Manila. Right there, Manila. Cabanatuan was in there. It was a big prisoner of war camp. And he had American soldiers in there, prisoners. Any other soldier was captured, they put them in there. And they had the women and even the kids. We had kids, they were in there too. But no, they...
So that general freed those people out of that.
Who?
That Musi?
Musi, yeah, he was.
Musi.
Well, he was in charge of that, so we were in that operation.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, we had to, what we did, we blocked all the highways into this Cabanatuan area. Our job was to have patrols ready, be ready for when the Japs counterattack. We're supposed to go after them to give the troops a chance, the other troops, the Rangers, to get in there and take that camp. But anyway, we backed up the Rangers, and we took over all the highways. And we blocked them off, and we were there waiting for the Japs to come out after them. If they did, they had to contend with the 6th Infantry. And they never got a chance to contend because they took care of them, the Rangers did. And the Japs decided not to follow the highways down. They didn't do it.
If
So
they had, they would have met you guys.
if they would have had, they would have come into us, and we would have knocked them off. You know, but no, we did it. We got that, and it was on TV too.
Really?
The story, yeah.
Oh, I think you're right. I probably remember seeing one of those. What did you do when you came across a cave?
Oh, boy, have you seen the pictures about the Japs hiding in caves? Okay, well, we were instructed to take a couple of squads. There's a bunch of caves up on the side of a doggone ridge in there, and we were told to get in there, clean the caves out, and blow them up. And if we couldn't clean them out, just blow them up anyway. If there's Japs in there, suffocate them, you know. So we went out there, and we got there was a few snipers around, and we got rid of them, snipers, and we kept getting around. We got a cave, and I hid behind a great big rock. There was a great rock, and the guys with the satchels, they were waiting, and we were there to protect them. Well, they got on the side, and we kept on firing at that cave, and he's winding up his doggone hands, and he threw that doggone satchel charge into that cave. He had to get close. He got close enough when he threw it in there, and then he jumped back out of the way, and that damn thing, kaboom! It blew up so hard, it knocked me off my doggone feet. I said, damn. And I was behind a rock. It was like a force going, boom. I said, holy crap. So we did the same thing to another cave. And we had about a bunch of caves. So we went down each one at a time, and we figured some caves had Japs in them, the other caves didn't. So we just sent a squad along that ridge up there to find out which cave they were coming at us, you know, shooting at us. And that's how we found out where they're staying.
How did the squad know that they would shoot at them or something? And then
They would shoot from the cave, and we found out just what cave they were shooting from. The Japs were shooting at us, you know, and that's how we found where they hiding in the caves. And so whether they were there or not, we still blew up the caves because we don't want the Japs to come back in and take the caves. So we must have blew up about 10, 12 caves that day. You know, so that we fix it so the Japs won't be able to get in and use them.
So was that in Manila?
Huh?
Was that in Manila?
Yeah, that
where
was.
we checked the caves?
Yeah, that was in this area here, and we were up in there. You know. Well, we did a good job.
Yes, you did. And you've got something about booby traps.
Oh yeah, the Japs are good at booby traps. They what they would do. One was they dug a hole, like a spider hole, straight down. Then what they've done, they took a doggone one of those real nice handguns, officers' handguns, and they put it over here. Now there's a hole here. Now they figured that we were stupid, but they didn't know we were Americans. So we figured all that shit out. He said, I'll tell you what's going to happen. These doggone nips think that the gun is booby trap. So what they're going to do, they figure that we're going to jump in that hole, and grab that gun somewhere or other, just pull it. Well, it didn't work out that way because we figured out we were right. There was a doggone mine on the bottom of that doggone hole. And if I'd have jumped in there, I wouldn't be here now. I'd have been still flying. But anyways, the guy says, I'll go get that gun. I said, yeah, how are you going to do it? Does he want to jump in that hole? He says, shit, no, I ain't going to jump in that damn hole. He says, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. He says, I'm going to throw a rock in that hole. Nice big rock. I'm going to blow it up. So that's what he done. He blew him. He knocked him on his butt and everything. Then when we regained our senses, that gun was gone. The blast just destroyed almost everything. It almost got us. And we looked at him, you stupid shit. We said, he's well, I tried. But then another thing is the Japs like to do, they get up on these trees. Now we beat on our perimeter. In the mornings, we get out of our perimeters. First of all, we look around first, see if anything is out there. And of course, if everything's okay, the Japs would hide up in the trees, the snipers would, and they're waiting for us to get up in the morning out of our holes, and they'd just pick us off. Well, we were pretty smart about that. So what we would do, we get razor blades. We put them on the trunks of the trees. Put them on there. Anyway, that's those two-sided blades. All the possible trees that the Japs would try to climb that night and wait for us. So during the night we heard, oh, yo, yo, ho! They're trying to, yo, ho, you! They go, oh! And then in the morning, we didn't jump out of our hole. We just looked up in them trees and we just started blasting away, and every now and then you see one fall off. And we're peppering all the trees all around. Well, we figured, well, it's safe to get up now. So we got out of our holes, and we checked those trees. We put the doggone blades up, full of blood, just loaded with blood. He said, they ain't so smart. We figured them out. But no, with that, we even put up we got our hand grenades. Now we'd put them all around during the night, and we put a string on them, and when they hit it, it'll take the doggone the handle off the grenade, and it'll set off. 5 seconds, it'll set off. But that's what we done. We did it all around our position. Now we're laying in our foxhole waiting for the Japs to come at us. We hear pow, pow. No, they're coming in that direction. Okay, we were ready for it. But they didn't care if they died, if they got hit. Didn't care. They've always had a replacement. But anyways, now we found out they're coming at, and that way our machine guns were adjusted, ready for them. And our BARs, they came at us in waves, and we killed them in waves. We picked them off like crazy. That was the time that guy with the spear, that Jap with the spear.
Oh, yeah.
Almost got me.
I'm going to get to that story next. But first of all, I want to talk about what you guys did when you didn't get supplies. What happened?
Oh, well, what was going on in New Guinea there, you see, we're getting ready for the big push to go up and do somewhere. They were getting ready to get our units going, but they were bypassing us. The other units were getting our stuff, but we wasn't. And our supplies are almost all gone. So what we done? Went.
Where were you at that time when that happened?
Oh, in New Guinea there. Mm-hmm. Well, we were. Let's see. Sanzapor. We were in this area
You were
right
here?
here. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So they.
And so they were supplying. Where do you think they were taking the supplies to?
Philippines? No, they were going somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
It's not on this map here. It's a little further. They were getting ready, but anyway, they had a big push going on. I forget. I think they was going up to Okinawa.
Oh, Okinawa.
Okinawa, yeah. And let's see, what was I doing there?
You guys weren't getting any food.
Well, what we done is we went fishing with hand grenades. That's what we did. We throw hand grenades and boom, and there comes a big old fish floating up the tongue. We grabbed them. We eat a lot of fish. Mm-hmm. Then we ate an emu. Okay. Yeah, that was good. That was good eating.
I didn't know they had emus on.
Yeah, they got them in New Guinea, emus. Oh yeah. Then they've got pigs in there.
Boars?
Uh-huh.
Boars?
Yeah, they had boars on their. They had boars, and they had what do you call spurs on their legs. It's about that long, and they were poison. If they hit you with them spurs, that's poison. I don't know what would happen to you. They'd probably kill you. And we ate them. Made sure we didn't touch them doggone spurs. We ate those pigs. We ate the emus. We even ate parrots. You know, anything with meat on it, we ate. We wanted that meat.
How long did you have to fend for yourselves?
Oh, about a week and a half or two, because, like I'm saying, that they bypassing us. You know, they had like I said, all in through here, the convoys and all that were getting all fixed themselves up, you know, and everything else. And that was a time when the Japs were flying over us. We would call them Piss Call Charlie, because at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, just like clockwork, we got ready for the bomb. He'd come around, he'd drop a few bombs. He would make a circle around here at night, and he's taking pictures of all the convoys and all the stuff going on, and then he would take off. But our guys tried to shoot him down, but they couldn't hit a doggone inside of a barn. Dang on. We said, what the hell's the matter with those guys? All these lights.
You mean the Navy would be shooting at him, or who would be shooting at
The
him?
Army.
Oh, the Army. Okay.
Yeah, the Army, even the Navy. Navy and the Army together. They had these lights up in the sky, and they like fingers. They had this doggone planes captured. Their plane would make a dive. All the lights went with him. I said, why can't they knock him out? And nothing. He did his job, the Jap did, and he took off. So we just didn't get, well, they got one, I think it was. And those lights were good because we were up in those mountains up here. What we done, what would happen there was, in those mountains over there, our job was to keep them occupied because we want to get them out of there. And we were up in there, but we hit very few of them. But there's a big force up there. That's what we try to find. And these Japs would come at night and they would harass us. So we sent word down to the guys with the lights to turn their lights to the mountains. And it was just like daylight up there. We caught a big force of doggone Japs moving out there.
Oh.
And we pulverized them. Man, we had them right in our sights. We got every damn one of them practically. They were laying all over the place. And they didn't know what the hell to do. I mean, they were like ants. They're just running this way, every way. And it was just like daylight. It was beautiful, you know. We told the guys, tell them guys down there to keep those lights up all night. I said, man, they're good.
Keep the porch light on.
Keep the light on, man. We can see better. Because the Japs like to fight at night. That's their forte. They like that night fighting. And we hated night fighting.
Oh, sure.
You know, we wanted to see what the hell we're killing. I'll tell you, boy. They were, but I didn't see that one Jap that tried to kill me, though.
Well, you told me one time that you liked to go on recons because you said that.
Oh, yeah. Recon. You know, recon, the thing with a recon is it's not a combat. It's non-combat. You ain't supposed to fight a recon. Now, you fight only to protect yourself. But recon, we had the job of bringing back stuff to the information back to the company and information back to the intelligence. And we were out on recon patrol one time, and we were wondering how in the hell those Japs knew where to drop those damn mortars and stuff, because they were right on us. And this is up in that northern part of the Philippines there. And we wondered why, how they found us. But so the captain sent a recon patrol out. He picked about 6 of us. He didn't want a full unit up. So he picked 6 men for a recon. Okay, so we went out. And we figured, well, there's a ridge way up yonder. They can see from way up there, they can see us, our units around here. Now, they probably, checking us out, they can send a doggone word back to their gunners to where we was at. And they were dropping them doggone cannon on us and mortars and everything else. So we went in that direction. And we very stealth. We got over there, and it says, look at that. That's a perfect place for an OP. Yeah, okay, let's get up there. Let's see what's going on. So we went up there little by little. We kept each other covered. We had to find out what was up there. And little by little, we finally got up in there, and the guy that was ahead of us, the scout that was ahead of us, he told us down. I said, okay, we crouched down. We thought we saw something. So we were waiting, and we waited. I said, hell, I said, what are we waiting for? Then finally he says, so we got up and we started moving. We got to the top, and what the hell did we see? A perfect place. The Japs were up there. They seen us coming. They deserted their post and they took off because they wanted to live to fight another day, I guess. But we went up there. I was going to get me some glasses, real big, powerful glasses, so I can see better, you know, big ones. I can throw these glasses away. But anyways, we went up there. They had the equipment like a transmitter, a bunch of other stuff in there. And our corporal, he says, I had a hunch that's what they had up here. And so we took what we did. He claimed the glasses for himself, that fathead. Because I saw him first before he did. I said, hey, there's those glasses there. And he jumped on, which just said that. You fathead. So I said, you can keep them damn things. They might be booby traps. But anyways, we checked that place, they didn't have time to booby trap anything.
Oh, wow.
So we were pretty fast, you know. But then, after we got done checking that out up there, we came back down, and there was a gully way down like this, and full of trees in there. I couldn't see nothing. As I come down, all of a sudden, I'm looking down, this daggone Jap was looking at me. I said, nope, I was going to shoot him. I said, oh, this is a reconnaissance patrol. I don't know what's down there. So,
There could have been a whole lot more.
yeah. So I told the sergeant, I said, what's going on, what I seen, and I said, I don't think we should do anything right now because we don't have enough power. We only got 6 guys, and we don't know what the hell's down there. He says, you're right. So we got back to camp finally, and told the captain what we seen, everything's the whole 9 yards, and we told him about this Japs down there. He says, okay, so we'll take care of him. So he organized a combat patrol. We went out there heavily loaded. Well, we didn't, but the combat patrol went out. We had our chance on reconnaissance. But anyways, he put out a squad and a half. They carried the machine guns, they carried the mortars, they carried they had the BARs,
Wow.
and they went down to loaded for bear.
How big is a squad and a half?
Huh?
How many men is a squad and a half?
12. 12 men for the squad.
So he had 18 men. He took 18 men.
Yeah, about a squad and a half.
Wow.
But they were loaded for bear. But they went down there, and it was a full-fledged fight going on, and they wiped them out. They were down in that gully where I said they were, and they got them out of there. And the bombs stopped coming. You know, maybe a good thing that didn't have one of those flying things.
You mean a drone?
One of them things. If they'd have had it, we'd have had it then.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's what we did down there.
So when they came back, what did they tell you?
What did they tell them?
What did the squad tell you when they got back?
Oh, and the combat squad? Listen, man, they had a hell of a fight. He says, a good damn thing you didn't do anything down there. He said, shoot that doggone nip. He says, they had a whole lot more down there ready to pounce on you guys. Because we only had 6 in the recon. But a combat crew would be a hell of a lot more than that, and they were ready for bear. And it's a good thing we sent that combat patrol down there. They took care of them. We took care of them. We wiped them all out. Every damn one of them. They said they killed every one of them. You know.
So earlier today, I asked you what was the largest battle you'd ever been in, and you said it was
Munoz.
I thought you told me it was Cabochon Hills.
Well, we had a bunch of them.
Cameroon Hills. You said there were like
Cameroon Hills, 60,000 Japs we had. We were like supposed to hold them back. And they were everywhere. I mean, we had a hell of a battle there. And that battle I was telling you about, where they want those machine guns, where we were in our holes and our own guys were shooting at us. Well, that was part of it.
So here's the Cameroon Hills.
Cameroon Hills. Is that is?
January 17th through the 21st. It was a long time. 4 days of battle.
Oh yeah, we fought. I mean, in this battle here, we fought so hard, and we thought we were going to lose that battle, because the Japs kept on coming, and they kept on coming, and they kept on coming, and finally we stopped them. Finally, but Colonel Musey, he wanted that ridge. He didn't want to just stop right there, you know. So
where was Company F and E? Where were you?
Oh, let's see. Is the Show F company there?
You said they were on the ridge.
Yeah, they were on a ridge. Behind me, they were firing on us to keep those Japs off of us. And the artillery kept on firing all around us too, trying to keep those Japs off. No, but no, that was one hell of a battle. In fact, when we got through, not through, but when we stalled the Japs from coming, we had to go out that night in the dusk, and we were supposed to go out and pick up our buddies who were killed or wounded. Well, I went out with, forgot who it was a Shorty. But anyways, I went out there and we're out in the open. The Japs are still there. We're out in the open there. It was kind of dusk. It was kind of hard to see. But anyways, we found, I forgot who it was, laying there, wounded. Picked him up, we put him on a poncho. It was just me and I think it was Shorty. We picked up the poncho, wrapped it like that, and we picked up this guy, I forgot who he was, and we started carrying him out of that field there because the Japs, we were afraid of a counterattack. We got out of there, and while I was running, I can hear the blood just slushing in that poncho, just like water. And I told Shorty, I says, I think he's dead. And he comes out of that thing and he says, no, I'm not. But before he got back, he died. We felt bad for him because he knew he was going to die.
He probably was grateful that you guys got him off of there.
Oh yeah, because he didn't want to die out there. But we took him, and that poncho was so full of blood. It's like having 2 gallons of water in there. We put it all out and got the medics to work on him, and we went back looking for more. And we found another one, but he was able to walk. His leg was just dangling there, so we took him with us, and then we got another guy. His name was Blumenthal. He's right here in Georgia. He had both his legs cut off with machine gun fire. And we got him. No, it wasn't us that got him, somebody else. And another crew got him in the same battle. And he lives in Georgia, Royston, Georgia. I know he's got false legs because we got word back that both his legs were shot off. And we picked up our wounded, and the next day, all that night, artillery was on that doggone ridge all night long. We were supposed to go back up again. All night long. That artillery was going booming all the way, And then on top of that.
How did you call in for protection?
Oh, well, you mean the airstrike?
Yeah, well, you said that at one time your captain had to call and have the artillery shoot right on top of you.
Oh, that was we call them back by radio. We had walkie-talkies, and they called back by radio, and that's when they said we can't because we don't have an observer. And the captain says, piss on the observer. We'll be the observer. He said, well, just fire your first round. I'll tell you what to do. I'll tell you what to do. So he did. They fired that first round, went way, way off. He said, okay, and I know where you're at now, he told this guy. He said, now bring it back down a little bit. They brought the next shot down. More. He said, bring it back some more. A little more. He said, not so far this time. Bring it back in. See, we're all dug in, and those Japs were coming at wave after wave. But if it wasn't for that artillery peppering the doggone area, and the machine guns behind us on the ridge, E Company and F Company throwing that, he told the fire on us. You can see them fingers all night long, the glowing bullets, the coming down on us, and we just got inside, stayed in our hole. We didn't move because we didn't want to get hit. And they kept on firing on us. So we blunted the attack. We shot, killed as many as we could. Machine guns got a bunch of them, and artillery really tore them up. And that stopped everything right there. The Japs retreated a little bit there, you know. And the next morning, here comes F Company to relieve us. They came down. They looked at us. We were so haggard looking. I mean, so damn tired. I mean, we just looked like we'd been through a dang gone windmill. And the guys that looked at us, they didn't know what to say to us, F Company guys. They said, man, you guys took a lot of crap last night, didn't you? I said, yeah. And one of the guys that was coming down had the machine gun on, the heavy machine gun on his shoulders. And he was one of those firing too at us. He's man, he said, you guys took almost all my bullets. He said, you used my whole box. You know, that was great. You saved our ass, I told him. And he said, man, they all shook their heads, all these guys from F Company, all walking by, looking at us like they seen ghosts or zombies, you know. But they knew we were in for a battle that night.
So that night, did you go to battle again that night, or were you relieved by one of the other companies?
No, we didn't go to battle that night, but we relaxed. They pulled us back and let these other companies. They let F Company and E Company, and we stayed in reserve. And they were fighting. And after a while, they put us in too, later on. But that time, we kind of whittled them down.
Wow, 60 to 70,000 troops.
You know,
Japanese troops.
yeah. Well, the mother company, 37th Division, also they brought them in on the flank, and they went after them. Don't let anybody kid you about the Philippino, what do you call them, guerrillas. The guy is supposed to be the commander of the guerrillas. He came up to our captain. He said, I've got guerrillas here who want to give their life up for their country. He said, we want to help. So our captain says, good. You want to help? Because we're fixing to hit that ridge up there. And you're up there. He said, we're going to be moving this way. And you're going to be coming that way. He said, we're going to push those doggone Japs towards you. They'll be coming in your direction. So the battle took place and everything else, and everything went. But the Filipinos, guerrillas, they wasn't there no more. They took off. Man, that made my captain mad. Oh, is he mad? I mean, that left us on a lurch. But well, we was just a little lurch because we stayed there. Nobody pushed us out. But we stayed there. We fought him in battle. But he was mad. He says, no more guerrillas. Because I don't want no more. He says, no. Because I took one of them damn stupid guerrillas. He was going to hold my bazooka shells I had. I said, take this sack. I must have had about 6 shells in there. Who's that? Is somebody coming?
It's the dog.
Huh?
It's the dog.
Yeah, I know it's somebody's coming from. And the thing is, this kid, he said he was so dang on dedicated to fighting, so he wanted to be with me. I said, okay, you're going to carry this. It's kind of heavy, all those shells. And he was carrying them all right. But then we dug in that night. I said, no, I looked at my watch. I said, you wake me up at such and such a time. I told him when to wake me up. You know, he's going to do my guard duty too. So I said, you wake me up. I go to sleep at this time. I said, you be wide awake. You hear? He said, okay. So along about morning, my shoulders start shaking me. Who the hell? I thought it was the gorilla. It was my sergeant. He says, what the hell are you doing sleeping? I said, what are you talking about? I gotta go. I'm looking around. Where the hell is he? He was sleeping too, the gorilla. I says, I got a hold of him. I pulled his ass like this by the neck. I yanked him out. I said, you son of a bitch and spick. I said, get your ass out of here. Go on, no more. I chased his ass out and he stopped running out. So So that broke us up with the guerrillas. We don't want them anymore. They're unpredictable. You can't depend on them. Maybe they can fight amongst themselves, all right, but not with us. We don't want to. We didn't want them to jeopardize our plans, you know.
So can you tell me how Shorty saved your life that night?
Shorty? Well, that was at night that the Japs come at us. I mean, they were wave after wave, and we were knocking them off as they come in, and then behind us on our right flank, on the back of us, there was hand-to-hand fighting. That's how bad it got, and they started breaking through the other places, breached our lines, and we had one hell of a time pushing them back out of our perimeter, and how do you call? You know, they're great at infiltrating. They were infiltrating. They're like snakes. They can crawl on the ground. And our machine guns were set up to fire, about straight up like that. They can crawl underneath that doggone machine gun, firing, you know, out there, and they wouldn't get hit. But we had to keep an eye on them. See, the only way you can see at night, our machine guns were firing, and when they fired, they lit up a little bit in flashes. Here and there, we had machine guns on our right flanks, we had machine guns on our left flanks, and we had machine guns near us too. And they were all pointing certain ways, you know, interlocking, and they were going like crazy. And those Japs, you know, they get in there and you can hear them hit them. And Shorty, well, I was in my foxhole, and this Jap, like, here's my foxhole, I had a hole, and he come out, he put his hand, he's feeling the ground. He knew we had foxholes, and he felt one right here. This is a foxhole, not you. And you know, he felt an indentation. He had a bamboo pole, spear, with a big ongoing knife on the end of it. And he felt that thing, and he's getting ready to hit me with the dang thing. And Shorty, he was over on his side. He's seen two machine gun fire. He wheeled around towards me, and I thought he was shooting at me, and I'm hollering at him, cussing him and everything else. And he didn't stop. He kept firing, and all of a sudden I felt something wet on my face, my uniform and everything else. I said, what the hell is this doggone stuff? Come to find, it was the brains, the Jap brains. He blew his head off completely, and all them brains and stuff was falling all on me. You know, it was night. I couldn't tell what that was, but I kind of figured it was part of that Jap. But anyways, I stayed my ground. I didn't move anywhere. But then I was on extra alert, because I figured if he came, there must be another one somewhere else, and there was all over the place. We were knocking them off, and morning came. It simmered down a little bit. Then Japs withdrew, and Shorty, he come around. I said, Shorty, I said, I want to apologize to you. He said, yeah, you shit ass. You son of a bitch, you cussing me out all night long, swearing at me. Here I am saving your damn life, and you're cussing me. You damn shit ass. That's okay, I apologize. I put my arm around him. Boy, yeah, you're a dumbass. He told me, don't do that. I'm saving your life, he says. Well, I appreciate it. So, no, he laughed about it. We just kidding around. But
so, can you tell me the story that got you that medal there?
no, that was
Hold it up.
that was in Munoz. Okay, that was in the Battle of Munoz in the Philippines. That battle there was.
Oh, we should probably tell them what that is. What that medal
Oh,
is.
this is Bronze Star I got for doing something in Muñoz. It's a village in the Philippines. That was a gateway to the mountains. We had to save that Muñoz. So we fought like crazy for it. But in the meantime, we trained a force. It was called the assault force from my unit, and their idea was to take this assault force to go ahead and take care of certain targets. And well, they were there in Muñoz also. But anyways, we were in Muñoz. We were. I was in a patrol a few days before. We were patrolling around Muñoz, and we went in there, and in the brush there was a doggone dead soldier in there. We went and checked it out, and he didn't look like one of ours. He was a little different. So one of the guys picked his hand, wanted to pull him up from under the bush, and I'm always afraid of booby traps, and I was back a little bit ready. But anyways, he pulled, and his arm came off, because he was rotting already, decaying. And he pulled, his arm came off. He dropped his arm. I don't want that dick. I said, well, what'd you do? He said, his arm came off. I was all bullshit. He said, do it again. I said, I ain't going to do it. You want to do it, you do it. And so we didn't touch him. But anyways, come to find out, he must have been a ranger that was in there long before anybody else was around. And the rangers were in there checking it out. And this guy here got caught, and they had to leave him. And so they hid him under a bush, because I guess it's going to come back later. But we got him anyway. But anyways, we had our left flank of that town was in jeopardy, because the Japs had their armor division trying to break through, and they're almost breaching the left side of the town there. Well, we can't leave this town. We had to keep this town because it was a gateway to Baguio in the mountains up there. And what we done was just stay there, and these guys were fighting for their lives. So word got back to us, because we were in reserve. Our battalion, they put us in reserve for this deal, to be thrown in later. But they says we need some ammo up this way. Our line is being breached. The Jap armor is coming through. We got one tank out. We stopped one tank, and there's another one trying to break through, and there's a whole dang on outfit back here. So they wanted somebody volunteers to go back and bring them some stuff, some ammo. And so I said, okay, I'll go. So I said, I'll go, and then the rookie, Elkins, another guy, I said, well, I'll take Elkins with me. I said, okay, we'll both go. So Elkins was a recruit. He just got in there, and he was kind of scared of everything. He'd never been in combat before or anything, and he wanted to stay with me because he made friends with me. I said, okay, stay with me. I'll show you through. And I got a bunch of what do you call bazooka shells. I put them aside. I stuffed them in my shirt. If I ever got hit, you wouldn't see me anymore. I had them all in there, and the Elkins and I had a box of hand grenades, and we took them, and we went along side of a doggone hill, trying to get over there. And Elkins says, "You know where to go?" I said, "Yeah, I know where to go." He said, "Okay, let's go." So we'll go. Okay, so we kept on crawling, but man, it was a massive confusion. shells from tanks, from artillery, machine gun fire, small arms fire. It was a massive confusion. We had to practically crawl all the way to get away from all that firing. So we got as far as we could, and we had to stop because it got too gone bad. And I said, okay, let's go again. Come on. I said, the assault team needs us. So we went a little more. We finally got there. Those guys are happy to see us, man. They took the ammo, they took everything, and I didn't want to get back there so soon because it was bad back there. So I said, it's bad over here, so I might as well stay here and help these guys. So I stayed there, and this tank, there was a big ditch in front of us, and it was it was a drainage ditch for the town. It was crap in there and everything, and Elkins, he was, just a little ways doing something else. And here comes a doggone tank at us. Firing at us, we ducked and to get some relief from that firing. Well, the tank hit the doggone ridge like this. Where they dug out the ditch, they pull the dirt up. Well, the tank was like this. His bottom was exposed. And I talked to that guy. I says, hey, I said, you see that tank? I says, fire that damn thing underneath the doggone. Get it, because he's exposed. He's soft. He's got a soft belly to get him. He said, what am I going to do? I said, fire that damn thing quick. So he fired it finally, and he hit it right in the doggone belly, and he stopped the tank. But he didn't kill the doggone guys inside, and they had machine guns. They had a machine gun from the tank. Boy, they really spit out the doggone bullets like crazy. And he's trying to hit us, but he was like this. And his machine gun, he couldn't bring it down too far, but just over the top of our heads, and he's firing all around here trying to hit us. And so I told this guy, I says, hit him again with that bazooka. And he did. He hit him again. And this time they stopped firing. But all of a sudden the hatch opened up. Fun. He come out, this Jap come out, and I'm waiting. Come on, a little further. I'm hiding over there. He come out, bam! I got him. The Jap behind him pushed him out, and he come out also, got him too. That's all I seen. We just had two in that damn tank. And then, but the tank, these tanks always had a squad of infantry, always. These guys don't move. Our tankers wouldn't move unless they had a squad of infantry to protect them. Well, they had the same thing when their infantry started coming. And they started coming for us, and we're picking them off as they're coming in there. I picked about 2 or 3 more, and this Elkins, he was over there. He was firing away like crazy. And the other guys from the assault team, that our bunch from my unit, they were there too. They were supposed to stop that tank, but they didn't stop the tank. We stopped it with my help, of course. But anyways, we stopped that breach. That was stopped right there, and that's why I got the medal right there, because we did all that. Then not only that, but Lieutenant Frankel, he was in charge of that assault team, and he was injured, so they didn't have a gurney to put him on. So I said, get a door from one of those houses and put him on there. I said, let's carry him out. So Elkins is helping with that. The guy came with Elkins on one side, another guy on this side, and 2 more there. And I said, okay, let's go down to the bottom of this hill. So the guys up above, the machine gunners, can't get to us. And I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and be a decoy. I'm going to see if I can shoot get the firing away from the guy from the tank. From the gurney, from Lieutenant Frankel, and firing at me. So I ran way ahead, and I'm firing at the doggone where the machine gun was coming from, and I'm peppering away as fast as I could. And he's getting pretty close to me too. And I hit the ground. And I'm waiting, and I jumped up again, I fired again, and I dropped again. That's what I was doing. But I was going lower and lower, so he wouldn't have a good beat on me. And the other guys, the same thing. Told them what to do. But they tried to get me, they were trying like hell to get me. So I said, I'm going to try something. I took my doggone hand grenade. Let me see how far I can throw this damn thing. I hauled off. That dang old thing, I think I didn't get him. But it was so close where I think it scared him. And I took another hand grenade, and I threw it. This time I got a little closer. And I kind of screwed the machine gunner up a little bit because he wasn't very accurate this time. But, well, anyway, we kept on going and all that firing. And there's, we were in a daggone, what do you call, rice paddies, But there was a wall all around that rice paddy going this way. There was about 4 or 5 infantry guys from this other unit. They were taking cover behind that
wall.
Yeah, behind that wall. So I see it, boy. I'm heading for that, and I told these guys, "Go over here," pointing at them, and they got lower with the doggone lieutenant, and I jumped over that damn wall to take. Before I did that, I was hollering. I was walking from here to there, that wall. I'm saying, I'm hollering, top of my lungs. I'm pointing to the doggone top of the hill. To these other infantry
guys.
guys
To help you out.
Yeah, fire up there, fire me. I'm hit. I'm trying to get them, get them. They didn't know me from Adam. They were from a different unit, a different company. But anyways, they realized what was going on, and they put all their firing in that dang old machine gun area, where the machine gun was firing from. And I think that helped me because, man, I jumped over that damn wall, and Elkins with that lieutenant, they jumped over that wall, and they took him away. And I just stayed there. The guys all looking at me. I said, what are you doing up there? I said, yeah, man, I told him what happened. He said, oh shit, man, I'm glad I'm here. You don't want to face any tanks. So the thing is, Lieutenant Frankel, I asked him later on, I said, did he make it? Yeah. He lived. He's all right. He made it. And then my sergeant put me in for this thing here, this Brown Star, and that's how I got it. And the thing is, we saved Munoz. That was one hell of a damn battle. That Munoz there, and I don't know how many days it lasted, but we were firing away. That Munoz there was a main highway coming from Baguio up there in the mountains, which is a place for vacations and stuff where it's cool up there. Well, anyways, this highway came right down into Munoz. The guys in the artillery guys, they had their artillery battery in that area. And the Japs, they had another fresh, doggone armor crew coming down. Tanks were coming down that highway. These guys, the artillery guys, got their guns straight onto that dang unit, and they fired their artillery like rifles. They blew every doggone tank and thing apart. I mean, they stopped them cold with that thing.
It was another 5-day battle, Dad.
Yeah,
That was great.
Yeah, we were there fighting, boy, day and night. Oh yeah, that was one hell of a battle. We got I think this is the Presidential Unit Citation we got for that. But no, we saved this area. The Japs didn't break through.
So was it another 60 or $70,000? 70,000.
No, we went on to fight some more. But finally, we wore them down. They wore us down too. Yeah. But that was.
You have a little picture in here. It says me.
Where? In there?
I don't know how you could tell it was you. The back is.
Oh, because. Yeah, meet my bazooka.